Friends, the seven wonders of the modern world have always left us spellbound with their architecture and design. While the gigantic Niagara Falls and enormous Grand Canyon leave us in awe, but are the beauty, size, and volume enough to make us feel surprised? There are other places that are far stranger and completely out of our knowledge bounds. Even scientists and researchers have to struggle to understand their existence and significance. These places will most certainly make you wonder, not just because they are interesting, unique, and nowhere else to be found, but also because the universally accepted scientific principles do not apply on them. They are beyond our imagination, with no explanation to them. So here I present to you 7 places of wonder, and yes, they exist. Let's begin. Number 7. The Never Ending Lightning Storm. In western Venezuela, over the Catatumbo River, there is a lightning storm that never stops. The storm starts in the evening and continues for 8 to 10 hours every night. The reason is still unknown. Locals have found the lightning so familiar that they have put it on their flag. Less than half an hour after the first cloud forms, it starts to flash. It does this faster and faster. 200 flashes in a minute is not uncommon. After that, the cloud becomes a giant bulb that lights up the night. The locals say you can read a newspaper in the night because it's so bright. The lightning storm can be expected for more than 80% of the year. NASA has also declared this area the lightning capital of the world. There are many theories for the reason of the lightning storm. However, the lead theory says the secret to Catatumbo lightning lies in the unique topography of the land. Number 6. The Petrifying Well, located at the North Yorkshire, UK. This well is believed to turn anything into stone. For many centuries, locals believed that this petrifying well was cursed by the devil, a myth fueled by the fact that the side of the well looks like a giant skull. They constantly lived with the fear that if they touched the well's water, they would be turned to stone too. A few adventurous people left everyday objects in the dripping waters, only to witness the transformation. The objects slowly turned to stone over just a few weeks. Some of these relics can be spotted even today, like a Victorian top hat from the 1800s, converted to solid stone. More recently, people have left teddy bears, kettles, and even a bicycle in the petrifying well with similar results. Number 5. The Sleeping City of Kalachi. In the city of Kalachi, in Kazakhstan, there is a strange pandemic due to which villagers would fall asleep suddenly even while walking and wake up with memory loss, grogginess, weakness, headaches, and have reported nightmarish hallucinations. The sick person appears to be conscious and can even walk, but suddenly will fall into a deep sleep and snores. And when they wake him up, the person remembers absolutely nothing. This sickness would affect both old and young, and even pets are not immune. Number 4. Hessdalen Lights. Rare and unusual atmospheric lights have been reported in the valley of Hessdalen in Norway for over a century, and the residents have been living in the realm of this great scientific mystery. Almost every night, there have been instances of a free floating light with dimensions ranging from few decimeters up to 30 meters. These lights are of bright colors, they float around. They can change shapes and disappear only to appear the next night. Scientists are perplexed by this mystery. There are many theories though, but none seems to be good enough to explain this phenomena. One theory suggests that the lake is radioactive and emits radioactive material that decays and produces bright light in the night sky. Another theory suggests that the base of the Hessdalen Valley contains sulfuric acid, and when this sulfuric acid reacts with water, it produces these light sparks. Many scientific experiments have been undertaken to understand the reason of these lights, but no success till now. Number 3. Lake Karachay. Welcome to the beautiful Lake Karachay, a Russian lake so tainted by nearby nuclear facilities that it's considered the most polluted place on this planet. In 1990, just standing on the shore for an hour would give you a radiation dose of 600 Roentgen, more than enough to kill you. The lake is located within one of the largest and leakiest nuclear facilities in Russia. This nuclear facility dumped its radioactive waste into the lake. Once the lake dried up, the radioactive dust from the lake bed blew all over the nearby villages. Some of the people were evacuated after these incidents, but many were just left to inhale contaminated dust and drink tainted water. Lake Karachi is now full of concrete that's intended to keep radioactive sediments away from the shore, but still more radioactive than Chernobyl. Number 2. The Double Tree of Casorzo. In the countryside of Piemonte, Italy, there is an unusual sight. There is a cherry tree that looks in most respects just like any other cherry tree, except that it happens to be growing directly on top of a mulberry tree. Nobody knows for sure how this happened. Probably some bird dropped a seed on top of the mulberry, which then grew roots through the hollow trunk of the host tree to reach the soil. While trees growing parasitically over another tree is not unusual, but they normally do not reach the size and lifespan as seen here. Large double trees like the double tree of Casorzo are a rarity. Number 1. The Fairy Circles of Namibia. In the desert of Namibia, an ecological mystery is keeping the researchers awake. There are fields of grass with circles carved in them at regular intervals. The circles are perfectly arranged and can range from 10 to 50 meters in diameter. Researchers are not even sure of the more basic questions, such as why are there only circles? Why not any other random shape like triangle or square? Interestingly, nothing grows in between these circular patches. There are many theories proposed by scientists all over the world, but none explains the phenomena. But the most famous theory is that the circles are caused by the termites underneath the ground. However, later the same was refuted by another scientist. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please like the video, share your valuable comments, and subscribe to the channel for more interesting stuff.